Hi, and welcome to episode 9 of our series in which we present Agentforce vibes. My name is Philippe Oziel, I'm a developer advocate at Salesforce. In the previous episode, we saw how to generate Lightning Web Components from Figma design. In this episode, we'll focus on how to build apps with DevOps Center and Agentforce vibes. We'll start with a brief overview of DevOps Center and how Agentforce vibes ties into the DevOps workflow. Then we'll see a demo of how to build and ship a feature with DevOps Center and Agentforce vibes. DevOps Center is a UI-based tool that lets you manage and release changes across your Salesforce orgs. On top of using the DevOps Center UI, you can also deploy changes thanks to a dedicated Salesforce CLI plugin in beta at the time of recording. There's now even a third option for working with DevOps Center. That's Agentforce vibes with the Salesforce DX MCP server. We've released a number of DevOps Center MCP tools, and all you have to do to use them is to add the DevOps toolset to your MCP config. You'll also need to enable non-GA tools since these are in beta at time of recording. Let's now see how it works with a diagram. DevOps Center works with Git. You have your main Git branch that mirrors the state of your production org. Then you have a staging or UAT branch that is generally deployed to a full sandbox. You may also have an integration branch that is deployed to a partial copy sandbox. The name of the branches and the type of sandboxes may vary from one company to the other, but let's assume that this is our initial state. At some point, your team is going to work on a new feature. This is represented by a work item in DevOps Center. The first thing that the developer will do is to check out this work item. To do so, they use the Checkout Work Item MCP tool. This creates a dedicated branch for the work item out of the integration branch. They will then tie this new branch to a developer sandbox. The dev works on the feature branch by committing their work thanks to the commit work item tool. When the dev is done, they create a PR back into the integration branch using the create pull request tool. Someone reviews the PR, and if everything is okay, they promote the work item thanks to the promote work item tool. This merges the PR and the changes are deployed to the integration sandbox. The same logic is repeated to promote the changes to the staging sandbox and finally to the production org. This is the full DevOps cycle for our feature. Let's now see it in practice. I'm now in DevOps Center, and here's our deployment pipeline. You can see our 4 pipeline stages. The first stage is where we implement work items. The one that you see here has been approved and is ready for promotion to the next stage. Each of the work items in this first stage lives in a dedicated feature branch and are built and deployed in a developer sandbox. The 3 other remaining stages are each mapped to a dedicated branch and orgs, just like we saw in the previous diagram. For today's demo, we're going to implement this work item and deploy it up to production with Agentforce vibes. From Agentforce vibes, we can list our DevOps project thanks to our DevOps MCP tools. From our project, we can look at our work items. Let's now start working on our work item. I'm going to check it out locally and deploy it to our sandbox. You can see that the dev agent is running a number of Git commands to fetch, check out the Git branch, and pull the latest changes. Now that this is done, I can work on my feature. I'll deploy my changes to the sandbox. I'm doing this with the dev agent for the sake of the demo, but in reality, it's as easy to do it with Visual Studio Code or with the CLI. I'll review my changes in my sandbox. Let's say that I'm happy with the implementation. I'm going to commit my changes thanks to the DevOps tools. Here you can see that the dev agent is analyzing my changes, committing them in Git, and pushing them to the remote branch. Now that the implementation is complete, I'm going to create a review request in DevOps Center. In GitHub, this means a pull request. You can now see the link to the GitHub PR here, and here are our changes. We can also see that our work item has been updated in DevOps Center. Its status is now set to in review. Let's pretend that I'm another user who is reviewing the changes and that I'm happy with them. I'll mark the work item as ready for promotion. Going back to VS Code, I'm going to prompt the dev agent to promote the feature. This merges the PR and promotes the work item in DevOps Center. If we take a look again at our DevOps pipeline, we can see that the work item has moved to the integration stage, and behind the scenes, the metadata for a change has been deployed to our integration sandbox. In the interest of time, we won't go over the remaining stages. This is just a repeat of the promotion step that we just saw, but you do this until you reach production. With this, you now have a good sense of how to work with DevOps Center and Agentforce vibes. That's it for today. You learned how to build apps with DevOps Center and Agentforce vibes. We took a look at the DevOps Center and how it works with Agentforce vibes. We covered how to build and ship a feature with the DevOps MCP tools. In the next episode, we'll cover how to migrate to SLDS2 or Salesforce Line Design System 2.0. Thanks for watching. I hope that you found this content useful. Make sure to like this video and to subscribe to our channel, and see you in the next episode.